Hello folks, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Kenny, and today folks, my topic is this electric glass top stove. I want to suggest something to you, if I may. This thing is an old GE. It is approximately 10 years old. Now, I've got a burner here that I've got to replace. Now listen, if you are having problems with your stove, or perhaps maybe some of your burners, one or two or more, does not actually work like they should, maybe it's time for you to replace those burners. Now, I have already, in the past 10 years, I have replaced one of these burners, this big one here. Like I said, it's an old GE. And now I'm going to replace this smaller one here. And another one back here I can see is really in need of replacing. Though it does work, I am going to replace it because it looks like it's corroded with a little bit too much spark, if you will. So you hang around and I'm going to show you how that I am going to replace this burner. And I want you to look at something here and think about this. Why? If you've got an oven that works great, if the oven inside is working great, it's baking your bread, your whatever, etc., and your burners just need to be replaced, why go buy a brand new one? Replace those burners. Don't throw it out. Replace them. Now, you hang around, like I said, and I'm going to show you how to do it yourself. All you need is a little tiny Allen wrench, a screwdriver, a flashlight, if you will, and maybe a pair of pliers or a vice grip. That is all you need. So right here, let me show you. If I can adjust this camera just a tad. Here, right here. All you need to do to get this done is take this and loose these little screws. So I'm going to do just that. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to pop this off. Take the screws out with the little Allen wrench. Don't get excited and lose your screws. Now these are so tiny, it's so easy to do. Just do this. There's two of them there. Loose those little screws with your Allen wrench. It's very easy to do. Pop this one over here, back a little bit with your screwdriver, like that. Don't be afraid to do any damage because you're not going to. The old burner is basically shot anyway, if you will, and it's not going to matter. So I'm going to lay those down right there. Now right here, take your pliers, there's one more. Just screw that off like that. Now, lay it there. You're through with your Allen wrench. Up here, take these little tiny things loose. Just pop them off like that. Up here's another one. Pop it off like that. And there's the last one. Now see, you're ready to pull this thing out like that. Now see how simple that was to do? There it is. It's burnt up. It's burnt up. So it's definitely in need of replacing. I'll have to put that stuff back on. So this one is off. Now I'm going to put the other one back on. Okay, now I've got the old one out of the way. Very briefly here. Here's your new one. It's so simple to do. Right here's your wires. Anybody can do this, folks. Put those wires back on the way they came off of the old one. Now, I forgot to mention something before you even attempt to do this. You make positively sure that you unplug Let me emphasize that really, really well. Unplug your stove before you even think about touching this burner. That is a safety thing, and it's all a matter of really taking the precaution not to get electrocuted. Now, this one right here, it sticks back just like the old one did. Right here. All right, now folks, we've got this thing installed. Just a simple procedure. Now I want you to go back and double check these wires to make sure you've got those wires snug like I am doing here. And that will assure, well, it'll assure yourself, of course, that you got it done just right, and you double checked it to make sure it was done right. Now the next step is very simple. You've got the burner, you've checked your wires, and now for the next step. Just remove this top, or should I say, remove your little holder here, like I've got, and simply lower it back down. Like that. Now there's two little screws under here, under the top of the door. I'm going to remove, or put back rather. All right, now folks, we have got this thing back together. We have got this thing back together. We have plugged it back in. Let me give you a little tiny pointer here, a little tip about this. This is a glass top oven, a glass top stove. So many of you may be wondering what's a good way to clean that, and I'm going to tell you something. There's tons and tons of options out there to clean this thing. Let me show you how it works. Just turn it on, and you can see basically you can use just about anything you want to clean this thing with. I'm talking about you can use scouring, all kinds of scouring pads, anything that you want to clean that with, and just about anything that you choose to use. It will not scratch. I have cleaned this thing with a steel wool pad, and it still looks fairly decent to be 10 years old. So there it is, folks. It works, and I've got about 95 to 100 bucks in replacing these two burners here on this stove. This big one and this one here that I just replaced. That does beat a whole lot when it comes to money. Rather than replacing a new stove, it's better to replace the burners. So we appreciate you this afternoon for watching our videos. Listen, you have a wonderful, blessed day. I hope this has helped you and showed you a tip or two on how to replace these burners. So like I said, have a wonderful, blessed day. And we will talk to you later.